movies go rounds of edits and pass numerous hands before getting released, and there still seem to be blatant blunders in almost every film. Maybe you won't catch every single discrepancy or glaring error. The mishaps are most certainly there. From camera crews caught on film to timelines that seriously don't add up, here are some serious movie mistakes that you won't believe you didn't notice before. Number 5. Jurassic Park, Soft Hand. You'll likely remember the scene in the film in which giant velociraptors chased Lex and Tim Murphy through the kitchen. However, what most viewers probably didn't pick up on was that as the first dinosaur walks through the kitchen entrance, there's a brief period in which you can see the hand of one of the crew members holding on to the beast to keep it steady. Whoops. Number 4. American Sniper and the Doll Baby. Some movie mistakes are subtle, but others, like this blatant blumber in American Sniper, are so ridiculous that you can't help but see them. Basically, Bradley Cooper's character in the movie is supposed to be cradling a live baby, but since the live baby is a doll, he uses his thumb to move its arm and give it life. Critics and moviegoers alike quickly picked up on this ridiculous error, and Cooper even later laughed about it on Ellen, saying that he couldn't believe we were working with a plastic baby. Neither could anyone else, Bradley. Number 3. Titanic, a lake out of date. When Rose is threatening to kill herself on the front of the Titanic, Jack decides to tell her a story. He speaks of a lake near Chippewa Falls that he went ice fishing on, Lake Wissota. Now, this is a really interesting story because it makes no sense. Lake Wissota is a man-made lake that was created after the Chippewa River was dammed. The issue here is that the lake wasn't built until 1917 and ended until 1918, full 6 years after the Titanic sunk. And the film takes place in 1912. So, either Jack Dawson is a time traveler, or he's making up a baloney story to dissuade this pretty girl from killing herself. Come to think of it, both explanations are pretty reasonable. Number 2. Braveheart, Let's Go by Car. It's common for movies set in ancient times to feature anachronisms, and Braveheart is a huge offender in this regard. It's one thing to include soldiers from Scotland wearing kilts, due to how closely that piece of clothing is associated with Scotland, but it's a major error to leave a car in the background of a shot during the Battle of Stirling Bridge. It happens during the moment when the cavalry of England charges in most exciting moments in the movie. Look for the vehicle in the lower left as a group of pikemen make their charge. Either it appears at Muron's funeral, driving in the background, or it's seen parked in the background of various battle scenes. Either way, it's a fairly conspicuous addition to the film, and one that pretty badly compromises the period setting. This is the kind of error that you likely wouldn't notice unless someone pointed it out to you. This error has become one of the most infamous movie mistakes in cinema history. Just goes to say
that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
Number 1. Forrest Gump, The Impossible Investment. Apple's stock began trading for the first time on a public market on December 12, 1980. Apple's launch consisted of selling 4.6 million shares at $22 per share. By the end of the trading day, Apple stock closed at $29, which valued the still young company at $1.778 billion. Forrest Gump does a lot of crazy and implausible things throughout his life, but investing in Apple in 1975 is perhaps the craziest. He traded until 1980, so there's no possible way that he, or anyone, could have bought stock in the company. Owning 3% of Apple by the end of the day, Gump's shares would be more than $53 million. I'm assuming Gump didn't sell any shares over the years and he collected cash dividends rather than reinvesting, his stake would be worth 3% of the market capitalization of $631.20 billion, or $18.9 billion. Not bad for a small investment in a fruit company in its early stages, but not quite enough to crack the list of the world's richest 15 people. And that's all for this video. If there are any other movie errors that you found, feel free to share in the comments below. Want to thank you for watching, and if you want to receive more videos like this, be sure to hit subscribe to Patrol Clip. Until next time.